Hello, fellows and fellas and blockheads everywhere. This is Mr. Watkins, or Mark to all the older faculty. Here to report some interesting information that just arrived in my mailbox on Saturday morning. Mind you, this is the very first I've heard of this, so bear with me as I read through this and we'll figure out what this means. Okay, first of all, they're telling me that they don't see any problems with my computer graphic design 1 page. That's good news because I've blown up 2 of them trying to make the one functional one so far. Moving on. Yes, Ukaipa is now set up with GAIF. Oh, that's something you should be happy about. Okay, it's not dental disease or anything. You may log into calendar.google.com and drive.google.com with your current Office 365 username and password. That is a good thing. Gmail is not available to Ukaipa staff. Not so good. The greatest benefit of this is the ability to get public links to folders in Google Drive. Office 365 OneDrive only provides public with individual files, as you all are painfully aware. Thus, the Google side of this provides more functionality. Okay, so Honey Badger, you can now link your folders. Let's go see what they're talking about. Okay, so I want to go and find, I'm going to put this aside for now. There's my SchoolBlocks thing. And I think I need to, let's get that mail link back again. All right. Okay, I'm going to go to calendar.google.com since calendars are what makes people cry the most. Let's click on it. All right. Let's remove this just for laughs. Okay. Now. Okay. Let's just say you want to log in to this Google thing using your district's Microsoft login. Let's try it. Okay. _Watkins at ycjusd.us. Password. Close your eyes and hum while I type this. Okay, everyone with keyboard loggers now knows my password. Sign in. Okay, look at this. This is very interesting. Look what just popped up in the top left corner of your Google Calendar, that which you accessed by using your Microsoft password. Oh, brave new world that has such people in it. I learned that when I taught Shakespeare 1,000 years ago. I went, that's not Shakespeare, huh, Mr. Smith? That would be Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. Okay. Anyway, moving on from literature to something slightly more interesting. This is your Google District calendar. I'm still playing with it, but I'm pretty excited that we have it. I'm going to right-click down here by my name, and I want, oops, let's open it. Let's open it. And I want to share this calendar. I get to this page. There's my district logo again, so I'm feeling very comfy and warm here so far. My name and details. And I want to share this calendar with others. Now, I'm not certain I want to right now, I think I want my calendar to be public. Okay, I think we're good there. So let's go with the public calendar. So let's see where that takes us. I'm going to go to calendar details. You got various ways of linking this calendar. You can use your iCal. You can use your HTML address. I'm going to use my old HTML block for this. So I'm going to select that code and Control-C this. Now, let's minimize this. Let's go back to my web page here. I'm going to add an HTML block. Class calendar. Click on the HTML. Oh, look at that. Anytime it shows here, you know we're in good shape. So I'm going to say add block. And look at that pretty Google Calendar all popped up there and everything. What this means is I'm going to have to spend some time really learning this thing so I can make you a great video on how you can add events and whatnot to it. But it looks like it's actually interactive, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, look at that. Okay. Good to me working on Sundays. How about that? Just like a real teacher. All right, gang. So what we've seen here is that we can now link our Google Calendar, which has a lot more functionality, and it's pretty, like it's laid out by weeks or months or whatever you want to do. We know we can do that now. Again, I use my HTML block to do that. Let's see what happens with Google Drive. Here we are back at my email from Alan. By the way, he's a good guy. You know, we've been snarky as all you know what about our adventure with SchoolBlocks. This guy's really trying. And I bet you he's in the office today even trying to get this thing better for us. So Mr. Watkins sends his props out to Alan Jameson, also to this man, Reed Jackson, who the honey badger has been gnawing on his ankle for about a week or so now. And they have good spirit, and they are enthusiastic in their help of us. So one thing I can say about SchoolBlocks is that these two gentlemen have done nothing but good help to us. So moving on. Google Drive. This is the other big, huge problem that we've been encountering is the fact that many of you have embedded folders in your Google or in your good old School Fusion account, and you got used to having that functionality. Well, I think we have it back again with Google Drive. I hate to say this to you, but from the tone of this letter, it would be good if you started migrating your stuff out of 365 OneDrive and start migrating it into Google Drive. But make sure you use the Google Drive that's endorsed by the district, or you're out of luck. Sharing is not caring in the computer world. There we go. All right. I popped open this. I'm going to, I'm not certain this is all, this is, wait a minute. Well, I don't see a way that I can just load this entire page. It's looking like we're going to have to let's get a shareable link and see what happens here. Okay, so I don't want to edit. Make sure you always, even though you don't put anybody here, just good practice just to turn off the edit. Let's pop this open. Make sure that you are at view instead of edit. Let's see what the more is. I think I like that one better. Anyone that can click on the link. Let's try that one. Save it. Okay. Copy this. Okay, let's go back to my page and see what happens. Click on Files. Let's put that there. And let's call this digital photography files. And let's add the block. And looky there. It links and everything. Here's my folder. I'm going to open that up and see what. Okay, it's going to give me access to these highly academic photo files that I have, looks like, from the Google Drive. And these were, if you're curious, I have no explanation for this. But the rest of these, the lesson was using Photoshop to enhance a photograph, and that most celebrities are not really who they seem. So, click on that, and there it is. And I can open it with, okay, they suggest these, I suggest Photoshop, so we can just download the file and then go to the business. So it would appear that you have more functionality now with Google Drive and with the calendar. The exciting thing is I believe we can just, let's done that, set up basically folders for different units in the drive, but you're going to have to link them individually unless you set all, maybe create a class. I'll have to experiment with that, but I think if you create a class folder here on your desktop, and then put all your class stuff inside that folder, upload the class folder, and then link that folder, then I think you're going to have then I think you can have the folders within a folder for your entire class. You make sure you come here to load. This is another photo thing, by the way. Girl band, boy band, awesome girl band. Anyway, drop your folders, drop your files into here. I'm pretty certain they will be reflected in on your links. Let's check. I'm gonna put this picture of the honey badger in here. Charming, charming creature. All right, let's go back to Watkins' page. Let's see if the honey badger shows up in here. Probably let's refresh the page. Oh, look at there. It does. So that looks like a good strategy. Just let's go back. Create a class folder outside of your OneDrive. Call it your class name. Put all your class folders inside that folder and then upload it. And then down the road, if you need to add things to it, open up your OneDrive, add a picture, folder, whatever you want to do. And then when you want to access it, just make sure you've refreshed your drive and it should show that picture. I know I'm a little shaky with this right now, but I really believe in my heart of hearts that I think this is a step forward for us. I think I won't know if it is until you guys get out there and put this to work. After I spend a little time with this new calendaring arrangement, I will come back with another calendar video on hopefully how we can do things like links and other things with the calendar. All right, my friends, it's getting late. Work is tomorrow, late start day. And again, as always, come by and see me if you have any problems.